Howdy folks, we are back. We're doing a bit of NieR. So the correct answer, the question was which service provider did AOL start out as, and apparently the answer is Quantum Link. Interesting, I've never heard of that. Also seems maybe a bit aspirational for considering where quantum computing was at the time. Gonna attempt some more speed runs? Hell yeah, Silver. See if you can chase that sub 15. So trying to remember where we left off. This is the problem with taking too long of a break between NieR days. That's right. So last time we played, we found an underground gladiatorial arena, which is kind of rad. Oh, because you have to record in case of world record. I see. Gotcha. Whoop. We're being shot at. Oh, one of these days I'll remember to actually change the spear to my main weapon set, because spear so good. We still would really like one more of the whatever wire is required for it. I forget what it was. Oh, and that's right. We are looking for, that was it. We are trying to find 9s. And we have a thing on our map that seems to indicate where 9s is. But even using the scanner, I wasn't finding him, which is quite frustrating. Weapon set 1. Okay, we'll swap that to spears, virtuous dignity, equip, and then heavy attack will be sword. Yeah, there we go. Include extra content that can only be found in level pack files, but not in game, so everyone will check the files. That means you will actually have fun while looking through the files. Also, I will upload an official Baba server. Okay. If it official Baba server, that does make it a little easier. I will still probably take a glance at the code, but I can avoid being too specific with it. Okay, so we need to figure out where 9s is. But gotcha. So that's knowing that there are things in there that can spoil me. I can try very hard to avoid doing that, because I'm generally fairly good at seeing things and then letting them not enter my brain. Case in point, watching me play any game ever. But yeah, also having it on the official Baba one, because then at the very least I can check whether or not the message with the link is edited, so I would be able to trust. Although, oh, I'll need to actually join the Baba Cord. Crazy. The pain. Bum, bum, bum. We're running, we're thriving, we're running in the drain. If we keep on running, then maybe there won't be pain. I don't know. So, we've got an indicator for 9s that's showing at the end of here. So that swaps weapon sets. Those are the same weapon sets. We've got missile and scanner. Okay, scanner. So, okay, that's not pinging us closer, but maybe above ground somewhere. I'm wondering if I needed to like. I'm wondering if I need to be further back when doing the scan to like find, maybe it'll reveal a hidden passage or something. Because it should be like right under here. This is true, Robert, but it is also. I am not as bad at code as one might expect. Even if stuff is exclusive. Oh! Oh, this building is jump-inable. I did not know that. That is something where I can probably figure out what it means. It means you'll 70% not get spoiled. Oh, okay, if... We will see. So, these buildings you can run around in, but they aren't close enough and we run into the cliff face. Okay. Which... Okay, even if it's been 5,000 years, I am curious how how these buildings have gotten pushed from the side, I guess, of them. The canyon has grown into them from the side. It's a little strange. There we go. So, on our mini-map, the big red diamond is, I think, what we're gunning for. I was trying to see if we could, like, climb up and over, but it didn't look like that really got us anything. Oh, hey, bot. Glad that you aren't trying to fight us. Not trying to fight us. Spaghetti code? Well, I mean, yeah, that is a decent chunk of how code works. That is what I found when I did the internship, was most of my job was learning how to read other people's bad code, and, you know, not my favorite thing in the world. Because Baba loves spaghetti. Is that canonical? Does Baba love spaghetti? Will Baba get mad if you touch his spaghetti? The real questions. Don't know. You just believe? The fanon? Okay. I still don't think we're prepared to help the clown. Oh, the clown isn't even here right now, I guess because it requires 9s. Okay. We want 9s. When do we want it? Now! Okay, so pinging isn't getting closer. I'm at maximum copper ore. Great. Okay, so over this way. It's like, it's near the hidden grove we found, and in an area that seems to not allow you to move into it. So here we can go. It's like a little hidden, so this is the secret area, I think. A lot of stuff other level packs don't do. I mean, that is part of the joy of making your own stuff, right? Sometimes it's fun to make a cool nod and homage. Sometimes it's cool to make something completely different. Like, we're so close to right on top of it, but we can't go through there. Ah! Pain! Level pack will go crazy. Okay, but like, okay. We are in an area of the map that looks inaccessible on the map. Now, this is not the correct area, even though it's in sort of like a hidden secret place. So, we want to be on the other side of it. There's lights. Water? Sunrise? Okay. Alright! Enjoy the eep, Robert. Thank you for hanging out. Rest well. So we can't get there from here, so back down and then up on the other side and just keep pinging that. Terrifying. Don't know why school is this early, because unfortunately, basically it's more convenient for folks. Basically, the people who vote on laws and such tend to need to get to work fairly early in the day and need to drop off their younger kids, whereas the older kids, well, that's fine. They can be on buses themselves, even though the sleep schedule, as you get older, your sleep schedule needs to be, you fall into a more nocturnal one. So it's kind of reverse of what works for the kids, but it works better for the parents most of the time. And that's how we make decisions. Yay! Like, this looks like we should be able to go through there. No! Show me your secrets. We climb here. Nope, that's not climbable. Where the hell are we supposed to go? Like, that marker is right there. Is there something else we need to do first? Because we've got the clowns. Hello, clowns. You're a little spooky. We can't... look, like, we should be able to walk through. So it's gotta be something we're missing in the sewers, right? So we can't go above ground. I might look this up if we spend too much time on it. I do not want to, but like I have no clue how we get there. So there's the little secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Total pages read today 144. Hell yeah. Crunching on through. That is huge. I'm genuinely these days, like if I read 20 pages, I'm like, yes, that was huge for me. Eepy now, good night. Bonk, me. Alright. Good night, Ollie. Thank you for hanging out. I'm glad that you got so much reading done. Get that book from Tim. Heyo. Good night. So it's like inside this tree. Can we fight the tree? I don't like to fight trees. I find trees quite nice, but it's right over there. Doesn't look like we can enter the building. Okay, let's look and see what we can see of the space. So that's not actually rendered that well. Cool. So maybe we could get up to the roofs, but I don't think there's a great way to get up to the roof. I'm seeing nothing here. Smacking stuff around doesn't seem to help. So, okay. Can we shoot through? We can shoot through there. Interesting. So the gun is capable, but we are not. So there's not like just a firm collider. Okay. We will try from not the sewers again. Because I mean we are in the sewers. I'm not seeing anything up there. We're already in the like secret area that's over by it. It is good to know, though, I had not noticed that the secret area on the map shows up as if you can't be there. So the map can lie to us somewhat. Or maybe I'm just misreading the map, but I choose to believe it lies. Okay, where does this come up? It's very long ladder climbing sequences, but cute little tippy-tappy noises, so I can somewhat forgive them. Wonder maybe we could like climb up on the scaffolding? No. This is blocked off. We cannot go into the giant open complex. Okay. Like, we want to be on the other side of this. Can we please go through the giant open throughway? Is it that much to ask? Okay, so the building that's on the other side of this. So we want to go through here. We've already looked down below, and it does not seem like we can go through below. We will double check it. We can't go in through this building. So is there a way to get up? We tried, we were looking, yeah, there's a waterfall over here, but I don't think we can get up the rocks. No, so that's a hard boundary. Ah, NieR, why'd you do this to us? Okay. Just double check any sort of scanning. Maybe our scanner will pick up on some sort of secret door. And it doesn't look like we can come at it from behind. These buildings are all of like uniform height. So that's probably a no-go. Nothing there. We can get up on this one, so let's... Maybe there will be something that reveals itself up here. I do like the branches, kind of reminding me of Dark Bramble in Outer Wilds. So yeah, we want to... If only we could climb the branches. Yep, no extra pings. So these buildings form like a little ring around where we're trying to go. Let's double check down below. Oh! Oh my god, it's closed off. No! No! Me going, oh, wait! Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Okay, me of little faith. Just need to explore more, probably. So there's some sort of bunker in the sewers directly below it, just a different chunk of the sewers. Okay, or is this the wrong direction? Oh. Okay. This looks like I'm going the wrong way. Okay, there's definitely machines. Oh, there are higher level machines down here. Oh, that's really unsettling in the darkness. Just the eyes. I think we can beat them, though. Camera, please, don't do this to us. Dodge away, dodge away, dodge away all. Okay, we're killing them. This is functional. Oh, oh, oh no 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 no! That hurt. Keep away. Okay, so I think we're just down to the shield bearer, which do not hurt that much, or at the very least they aren't that aggressive until you take down their shield, which requires melee attacks, but we can just sort of heal up a little bit, run around, run away, run away. Whoop. Nice, okay, heavy attack took it down. So now it gets to be aggressive, but we can also hurt it. Dodge. I cannot see its attacks in the dark, so just dodge a bunch. Okay. There we go. That wasn't so hard, fighting things 13 levels above us. Yeah. Titanium alloy. Ooh, so I know that's a okay, so we have a fair bit of them because we found a like decent little cache, but it's nice to know. I think of those as like a fairly strong metal, so nice to know that we can get it from normal kills. Okay. What is this place? Oh, those are torches. Okay. But, oh, so they're carrying torches. Why are you carrying torches? Or are those just flaming swords? What is happening down here? What have I walked in on? Barely dodging? Barely dodging? Or dare... You beat it? Did you beat 15 minutes? Did you just like 100% or world record? Yes. What? Got 1604. Okay. That's that's insane. 4 seconds off of 16 minutes. Oh, that's still, I'm so impressed, but when you're right there and then it doesn't quite give it to you. Oh, you'll get there though. You are the strongest of the marchers. I'm sorry, does this man have a weird little floating crab thing? Or, I guess I should ask, do you think that you have obtained the maximum possible time? Or, sorry, the best possible time? Yeah. Not probably today, because I want to make sure there's a better time in there easy. Okay. Yeah, we can try and find some time for that. Likely not today, because got like another hour and a half, and I typically NieR is what gets the chopping block, and I'm enjoying. But yeah. I'm absolutely down to see some tips from a 16-minute and 4-second run. Insane. Wah. Couple dumb mistakes could have gotten sub 16. Okay. Do you think the sub 15 is possible, or is that just a pipe dream? Bum bum bum. So like sub 16 possible easy. Whoa. Amber. Okay. So this is going backwards from deeper into the cave, but I don't know where this cave leads. Might be possible with the perfect movement and perfect RNG. Gotcha. Won't be done for a long time. It's when that's gotta make the Marsh AI to teach us the cool new strats that we never knew existed. Oh. Oh, whoa, okay. This is pretty. I say, looking away from the pretty thing because I'm trying to open a box. Meteorite obtained. Oh. Oh, that's a deep hole. That's a very deep hole. Oh my. Okay. Oh, hey, bud. Hey, buds. Oh, there's a lot of you. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah. Do not dodge down the hole, Johan. Yeah. Oh. 0 time penalty, obviously. Yes, that 100%. Actually, the secret being get so many penalties that you integer overflow. Okay. Woo! No, so I'm assuming like a lot of times I get the sense I get the sense when I'm playing that there are a lot of times where I'm being, oh my god, so much titanium alloy. Crushed nut. There are a lot of times where I feel like I don't have economy of motion. When I'm dodging, I'm not dodging towards the potion. Which, like, I assume you're way past that point, but I'm also guessing that's probably one of the things that I could stand to do a fair bit better. You have the reaction time on point. Yeah, that I don't know if I will ever be able to do something like that because my reaction time is not that fantastic. I am a thinker. I'm not a doer. Whoop. I overthink everything and do not respond quickly. Bum, 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 bum. Which is why anytime I pull off like any amount of dodge in this game, I'm like, yo, look at my godlike powers. Private the old world record or still leave it because it still says new world record? I mean, do you have it up on YouTube? You could just change the title. Ooh, big slam. Okay. This seems like a very uncomfortable place for an android to be hitting a machine. Might private it to only have one. That's probably fair. Oh! That was rad, but hot damn. Okay. Note to self. You can be picked up and slammed by the giant machines. Chalk, you saved 30 seconds off? Oh, so it was previously 1634? That's a huge jump when you're at that point. That's a huge jump. Wow, yeah, no, that's... I know that, as someone who does not do a whole lot of speedrunning, I know that a lot of it is, sort of, it's about making small gains, so that's huge. I would be expecting like 5 to 10 second increments. I would really like to get all of my chips back. Those are kind of nice ones that I've worked hard for. Slash, I don't want to have to go think about them again. Right, remember, you have to show the lighthouse phase. You bossed it is really short. Okay. Oh, in the first one, so like that was a uniquely good lighthouse. So we went through a pipe over here. Oh!
My nest should have landed around here.
Oh!
Alert. Faint black box signal detected. The transmission seems to be coming from an underground cave network.
I'm mad. I'm so mad that I was trying so hard to follow the thing and that was incorrect. But hey, at least it got me to explore some cool areas. Oh, if it was literally just returning here, I'm... Well, good to know, I guess. Ah! Oh. Well, that was stupid. So, I can charge the laser? I did not know this. Because I held down the trigger. And it brings in the other pod? Interesting. Yo, okay. So, good to know. You can overcharge the laser attack. Things I did not know in this game. Okay, so how do we get back up there? Yes, we... No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. Okay, across to the other side. Please don't shoot so much at me. Whoa. Little bouncy boys. Blip. Oh, geometry, please. Okay, we'll just ignore you. I don't like hurting the machines when possible. I will enjoy the android battle rage, the battle lust, whenever we must, but if we don't have to... Yeah, I've just got way too much copper ore, I guess. I don't know what to use it on. I assume upgrades, but... Okay, so... I really thought that the point I'm trying to get to was the, was where it indicated 9's being, but... Well, I guess it still might be, but... Whoa! I was just looking at it incorrectly. Okay. This is an over-leveled area, so we probably shouldn't push too far into it. I really want to retrieve my body. So we retrieve my body, we run back out, and then we go back down into the alien hole. And figure out what's up with that. And not keep trying to slog our way through a area that's significantly higher level than us. So yeah, we're just gonna pretend you all don't exist. You are very spooky, yes indeed. Spookiest that there ever can be. So I run and I run to find the sun. And there my body will return us to having fun. Oh! No, 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 no! Well, there go our chips! Crap. Okay. Well, that's frustrating, but... Alright then. Oh, I don't even remember where I got some of those. Oh, that's such a pain. Some of them were from a meal, definitely. So, resistance camp. We'll go there, we'll figure out where a meal is, we'll transport to him, pick that up. I'm really sad. Forgot you privated another world record video as your first ever run. You got 1755. I mean, that's still highly respectable. But you've improved it by 2 minutes at this point, which is pretty darn impressive. It's also fun. I'm so glad that you're able to have fun speedrunning your own game. Like, that feels like goals. Making a game that's so fun that you yourself enjoy playing it. It's sick? Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't really have any of the ones. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I'm so sad! I liked my chips. I liked not having to think about them. Okay. Customize. What do we currently have beyond these? Range attack up, sure. 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 Okay. You were not efficient space. So I already used all my ones that were efficient space. That's some healing, cool. Defeating ones. So there's some healing. That's so much though. Auto use item. Okay. You know what? Okay, ours are okay, that's not the worst. This is not the worst at all. Definitely use some more offensive chips, but we will make it work. Oh, that's just so heinous. Seen how many likes your most viewed video has? Oh, how many? 1.3 thousand, that's huge! Look, the people know you. That's super cool, Silver. I think we often get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you know, people are regularly pulling like millions of viewers. I think we sometimes 1.3 thousand people have seen your stuff and decided, no, this is good enough. I'm going to take the time to click a button. 31,000 views now. That's huge. That is so cool. Super happy, Silver. Okay, I guess we just go main mission, but but no, that's super huge. I did back when I was doing robotics, I did post a few videos relating to that at like opportune times. Those were like 2,000 views, which still boggles my mind. Something that is totally bootstrapped, 31,000 views. That's I mean, not necessarily directly 31,000 people, right? But like, still probably close. That's, even if it's just 10,000 people putting eyes on something you've done. so outdated, so the negative comments you mostly agree with. Fair enough. You've grown. Warped wire. We still need a warped wire, and we can't find one for the life of us. Alright. Save. So that we don't have to worry about the chips again. Because I think it only saves your most recent body, which... Oh, okay. Let me double check. It's been a while. Oh, okay, so that's that. I guess it doesn't re-tutorialize us. Oh, wait. Tutorials. There we go. Let's double check our body one. Other players' bodies. Uploading upon death. Have the network features option turned on. Be uploaded. Okay. Death and recovery. Character dies, its body remains on the map as a corpse. These bodies contain various stadia, so you'll have to go back to your body to retrieve your belongings. If you die again before reaching your previous body, it will disappear. If you keep playing for an extended period of time without retrieving your body, it will disappear. Okay, so that is lost. Minecraft Russian kid scream, but its heavy metal video has 125 likes and 0 dislikes. That's a pretty good ratio. Hell yeah. I'm genuinely, I think I've only received like 2 dislikes. I mean, also like, you know, not a huge number of likes because I'm not really doing stuff. I'm not really doing YouTube things. The YouTube is a secondary feature, so that I'm archiving it. But 125 with 0 dislikes. That's overwhelmingly positive. Hell yeah.
NieR should have landed around here.
Alert. Faint black box signal detected.
Okay.
The transmission seems to be coming from an underground cave network.
You mean like this one? The one that we were already aware of and would have been super helpful if it had been pointed out to me? I think Yorha's doing a bad job. YTPs. I don't believe so? YouTube poops? Ah, the name is familiar, but it's not ringing a bell. Or, sorry. Wow. Sorry. The name is familiar. It does ring a bell, but it's not... I can't conjure it to mind exactly what it is. So yeah, the dead entrants are new. Interesting. Made one like 6 years ago and somehow got 11,000. Ooh! Guess people are looking for him then.
You are moving away from the last known position of Unit 9S.
Wrong route. Better go back and see if there's
Okay.
another one.
A different split. So we go this way, and then... to the right. To the right, to the right. Oh, this is spooky.
Would NieR have made it this far inside?
Alert.
That'd be a lot of... yeah, that would be a lot of, like, crawling, so probably taken. Okay. Elevator. So there are a lot of these elevators around. Okay, but so what is a YouTube poop? My guess would be that it's along the lines of the, like, TF2 animations and whatnot, where it's just like it's using a 3D engine to render the kind of insane seeming ones. Sorry, just checking email. Just random funny meme editing. Okay. What? Copied city. Whoa. Okay. This is so, like, austere. What is up with this? And this is in a giant cavern? Oh
What is
god.
this?
Yeah.
Analysis. This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon. Further details unknown.
Who built it?
Unknown.
Okay. Okay, so it's just like, it's sort of the meme edits and such. of shows and cartoons. Okay. So, we enjoy the thing, so let's do something funny with it. Seems legit. Orb. Open the box. There we go. Wait, can we... Is this... No. I'm like, is that parkourable? Does not seem so. Okay. So they've replicated a very angular city. But why and who? So probably some faction of machines, possibly directly to do with Adam and Eve, but... Speed cell, so there's just a bunch of boosts lying around. Cool. Coolio. And there's a number of the android bodies, a number of the Yorha units. Oh. Which... Okay. Resilience obtained? We'll need to check that. Un momento. We've got a cheap viewers. Gala 99. Lucas Marquez. That's... So, they're dragging them here as lures?
It is unlikely the Yorha units came this far on their own. Hypothesis. The enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
Are they, like, trying to pose them? Is this... Are they trying to, like, populate the city with humans, maybe? Is how they're viewing it? Okay... I wonder when we'll be able to open those chests. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm thinking back to The Walking Dead. There's a point where they encounter a character later on who's like taken zombies and dressed them up so that they feel less lonely. I'm wondering if it's something in a similar sort of vein. Oh, the cubes are moving. Are these like nanomachines that are self-assembling? Oh, and a wall. Oh!
Welcome to my beloved city.
So that's one of the Adam or Eve's things. Might be bedtime for you? Alright, hey.
Or we machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity.
Good night,
Love,
Silver.
family, religion, war. The more human records I unearth, the more charmed I am by their complexity.
Thank you for hanging out.
This city is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand, to know humans.
Okay.
It's grand, don't you think? Almost spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing more than an android graveyard. I seek to learn and adopt all facets of humanity.
That seems...
Some desired love, others family.
Oh, okay.
Only then did I realize the truth. The core of humanity is conflict. They fight,
Okay.
steal, kill. This is humanity in its purest form.
You know nothing about humanity.
Have I offended you, little android? Did I speak ill of your beloved humans? The truth can be so painful. I strive to attain nothing less than the essence of humanity itself. We machines exist in a connected network. We are immortal, invincible. And yet, within all those infinite bits of data, there exists not even the merest flicker of being, of life.
Huh.
Death, even the concept of death, has no meaning to us.
Okay. So, that's an interesting thesis. And sort of fits with the opening, the intro, right?
Thus I decided that I shall risk my life in battle.
Is he disconnected from the network? Oh.
have severed my connection
Yeah.
to the work. Now, let us embrace death.
Okay. I have a number of thoughts about what he's been saying, but I'm a little focused. But it's conflict as the essence of humanity, I think, is a very... I think that's a very interesting thought that I'm... I don't know. I have some conflicted thoughts on it myself. Okay. So far, his attacks don't seem that bad. And the camera angle's a lot nicer than the previous fight. But... oh, God.
I don't have time.
But I'm assuming he'll evolve.
Define 9S.
Ah, 9S.
Okay. Ooh. Ouch! Okay, we're hurting him.
Oh, I do enjoy this.
Oh, buddy. You're looking kind of rough there. Kind of little crucifixy.
I prepared this just for you.
Thanks, I hate it.
I mean, after all, we all need something to fight for, don't we?
You son of a... I'll kill you!
Yes!
She does have emotions.
That's the feeling, pure hate!
Oh, I did not like when his mouth got teeth.
Come to me!
Oh, oh God. Okay. Hey. You dodging. Get some actual hits in. Nice. I like getting my heavier hits in rather than just some chip damage. Woohoo! Like, also our auto-healing chip, I think, makes a huge difference. Because now I can, when I'm getting stuff like that, I can trust that it will heal for me, and I'm not having to worry about buttons to press that I'm not used to pressing. Okay. Oop. Yeah, that was blocked. I should have waited a moment. Okay. But, I mean, seems like this is probably the last phase, and we're kind of close. Maybe there's one more, though, but... oh! Why did he get gray? Okay. Run away. Oh! Okay. That seems kind of conclusive. Is he hugging me?
Death.
Now, the thing about dying is it kind of puts a damper on your ability to actually learn more about it.
So dark. So cold.
Okay.
9S!
He's not looking so hot there, bud. Those who love humans complete the copied city. Those who love humans.
To be.
Come on. Let's go home.
Ooh, I love the feedback. Thump, thump, thump. Interesting. I'm not gonna start too much into yapping until we're
Damn.
sure. Okay.
9S really went through hell. But you're the boss. You want him sent up to command body and all? I'll make it happen. Thanks. Oh. What? Nothing. Just... You've never been much for gratitude, you know?
Ouch.
Not that I mind or anything. Oh, I also have a message for you. Command needs you to contact them ASAP. Got it.
Okay. We're gonna take a moment to yap here. Oh god.
This is 2B. Patch me through to the commander.
Oh, hey, 2B. Roger that. Give me just a second here.
Thank you, 6-0.
2B, good job destroying that machine. Upon further analysis, we learned that the machine, codenamed Adam, was responsible for managing half of their entire network.
So we need to get
A
Eve.
disruption of this magnitude to their network should weaken the machine significantly.
What's going to happen to 9S?
He'll undergo a full data overhaul up here. Assuming we don't encounter any problems, we're planning to partner him with you again.
Thank you.
What's a full
In
data
the meantime,
overhaul?
I have another mission for you. I've mailed you the briefing. Go ahead and take a look.
Understood.
Mail notification received from access point.
Full data overhaul does not sound fantastic. Okay. Now it's not yapping at us, so let's yap for a moment. So, what did we just do? So, we found a city that Adam, who was apparently half of the management for the network, which seems like I would assume Eve is the other half, although which of them was the one that got born out of the machines in the desert? I'm a little confused because they both seem to have been around for quite some time. Or maybe they are just new manifestations of it because they're all networked, so they're all, is there individual differences? There are for the ones in the village because they've gone off network, which I hadn't even considered at that point. So they don't have backups. They are true. They have become mortal. Now, everything that lives must die is the thesis of this game. That is the first thing that it opens with, right? All life must end. So we went up against Adam, who feels that there is not any life to machines because they don't have an end. They are all connected. So he went off the network to test that. And he feels that the source of humanity in particular is conflict. So death and conflict as necessities to the human experience, or death as necessary to life, conflict as necessary to humanity. Interesting. So we will tease those apart more as we're doing these next little bits, but so we have killed Adam, and Adam felt that without death there is not life for a machine, and that without conflict there is not humanity for a machine. So that gives me something to sort of talk off of. Okay, let's save. That's just very, very interesting. Okay, not transport. We want mail. Trends among machines. Due to the destruction of the codename Adam, we have been able to deal a significant blow to the enemy's network system. I have already confirmed that numerous machine life forms have been severed from the network as a result. However, just because they are no longer connected doesn't mean they no longer pose a threat. It's highly likely they will continue to interfere with our operations. 2B, I would like you to gather some intel on the machine life forms. Report back to me if you see any machines behaving oddly and keep me informed of their activities. That is all. Okay.
Analyze current trends among the machines. Huh. Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of killing.
Proposal. Procure information from the machine life form known as Pascal.
I suppose he might know something.
Uh-huh.
Pascal, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, 2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've seen any new trends or behaviors among the machines.
New trends?
Oh, they're less angry
Well,
again.
2 days ago, I was contacted by some machines that disconnected themselves from the network. They wanted to discuss a peace treaty.
No
Okay.
kidding.
Apparently, they're seeking to form an alliance of some kind with our village.
If that's what they want, why don't they move in?
I believe they're working on building a colony of their own.
You don't say.
Indeed. Apparently, it's located in the abandoned factory. I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself, you know. Maybe we can meet up over there?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
So a lot of them are suddenly neutral. I want to go revisit the. I want to go check out the pipe that we lost a bunch of stuff in. Oh, ouch. Just on the basis of I'm curious if I'm curious to know if they are actually weaker, if like it's reduced the level of machines. So I want to go take a peek at that. If it has not, we'll go find something else to do. Because I would love to get 9s back. So Pascal's bit is interesting. I look forward to getting to find out what's up in the factory, so that's cool that we'll finally get to see that. But okay, so how do I feel about Adam's opinions? Must there be death for life to be life? Which seems to sort of be the overall thesis of the game. That one, I suspect, is going to take a little more time with this game to really resolve. I don't think in a philosophical sense it's required, because I think for me, I do not see that there is any way for anything to exist in perpetuity. Eventually, the resources we have will run out, right? The universe will become an even distribution of heat. So, I don't think there's anything that can avoid death. It may take an incomprehensible time scale to us, but I don't think anything can just like exist forever. Okay, so there's still level 40. We still might give this a crack just out of vengeance, but because I feel like the factory thing is probably going to take a while. Factory thing is probably going to take a while, and I will need to wrap up in about an hour here. So I don't want to like get deep into something that then whoop, I have to nope out of. So I don't know. I guess that thesis of the game is a little difficult for me, because I think that it's not just life, right? I think everything that exists will eventually have an end. So, at least to me, simply being able to have multiple instances does not negate something being alive. It's a different experience. I am a huge sucker for the idea of like, oh, let's write stories about immortals, not about the times where they're out there doing world-changing, world-altering things. Give me the stories about the immortals who have been spending, you know, thousands of years writing their books and collecting interesting arms and armaments. Give me the stories about the immortals and their hobbies, the ways that they pass the centuries and millennia, and possibly, millions of years alone? Or are they alone? Because at least with the androids, there are others like them, right? There are others that are on the network. So, I don't know, that's also a fundamental, because a lot of the stories that I want about immortals are typically about, like, humans that have become that way, and it would be a very lonely thing, a very lonely thing, I suspect, because it depends on how it's obtained. But I don't know, like, that, I guess a lot of that depends on how you define life, and I think I've been pretty clear coming into this that I have a somewhat lenient definition of life. I think that if it walks like life and talks like life, it's probably alive. Now, I've also said some things about like ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence, which I know a lot of people, there are a number of folks who will have conversations and feel like, oh, It is a thing, right? But I suppose I feel like there is a somewhat crucial difference in that. Somewhat crucial difference in it because nothing that I have done with ChatGPT nor my knowledge of how it's created has given me any indication that it is more than predictive text, right? Like, it is good predictive text. Oh crap. Like, I'm not going to sit here and slam on... I'm not going to sit here and say, oh no, this ChatGPT does a terrible job and doesn't sometimes almost read human. Because I think that would be disingenuous. There are times where it does a good enough job where I feel bad if I forget to thank it, right? But I also feel bad if I forget to thank a stuffed animal. No.
Failed.
God. I mean, I am more than 10 levels different from this, so we'll retrieve our body and move on until we are stronger. So I don't know, like we've got some stuff that I suppose I can see like projecting humanity onto, or projecting life onto, but I have yet to come across artificial life that I would really feel is alive. Okay, do we have like another auto heal then? Just so we've got something while we're doing this. That type C, equip. Oh, it will just auto do chips for us? Sure. What? No, okay. Automatic. Sure. Okay. Let's go with that. I actually might kind of be the best of just let things do automatically because I do not like spending too much time with it. That's convenient and good to know. Whoop. So, yeah, I don't know. Artificial life, I think, is a tricky thing. There's not been anything in the modern day that I feel is close enough to properly thinking and experiencing for me to really draw a direct line. So I don't know. Maybe I'm less up on it than I think of myself as being. But I currently would disagree with Adam that life must experience death for it to be life. I think that it is simply... There we go. The game seems to be trying to put out the idea that if something cannot die within the time scale of us looking at it, basically if it is not human in its mortality, then it is not alive. And I think I disagree with that, not because I disagree that it is not a disagreement that all life ends. It's a disagreement that I think on the time scale and the importance of it. I think that life is life without death, but unfortunately we exist in a place where there is no escaping it. And you know, there certainly is something to be said for an immortal being is going to have a much different attitude towards life than something that is painfully mortal and aware of that, right? If there are things that there's different significance to a sacrifice. 2B and 9S, you know, already blew themselves up, right? They did that to save the other androids, and it was inconvenient. They might lose some memory, and now I think there's also arguments to be made for the machines and androids that there's concerns about continuity of memory, Ship of Theseus problems, so I'm not sure they even necessarily are as immortal or deathless as Adam seems to think, but oh, what was I saying? I got distracted. Oh no, it's I think there are arguments to be made that they're not necessarily that different from us, But there we go. If you accept the conceit that they do maintain a sense of continuity, that they still maintain a sense of self, even after blowing themselves up, it isn't really. There's a lot less sacrifice to it, right? There's endurance to it. I can't imagine that was a pleasant experience, but it was still an experience rather than an end. So it puts things in a different context. It puts it in a different context from the life that we live, but I think it's disingenuous to say that that isn't life. So what about the second part? What about the second part of the thesis? Or the second part of what Adam's saying. So Adam also felt that the core of humanity is conflict. And this is actually something I remember having debates about in ethics classes, because I was very much someone who believed that, because it doesn't necessarily need to be war and violence or thievery, which is what he seemed to be focused on. And I guess there's sort of two different ways of looking at the definitions, in my opinion, that lead to different opinions on it. The way I tend to take it is that conflict, in a very literal sense, as basically two beings having different wants and acting on them in ways opposed to each other, I think that is very human. I think that is the core of the human experience, and probably just about anything alive. Frustration as the idea of... Frustration is the difference between your wants and what you can achieve. And I think that conflict is the difference between what two beings want and them acting in ways to both attempt to accomplish it. You need to find some way to resolve both of those. That does not necessarily, that can be a compromise. That can be one wins, one loses. But it's still all, conflict resolution, right? If two people want two different things, I know this seems overly basic, but if two people want two different things, well, necessarily, it's going to be... Hey, wait, where's my body? My body back up here? Guess I was running away a fair bit. No, this is the entry. What? Hold up. Looking at my map. My body is here. Highlight it, so that should help. Yeah, I don't know. So I think that as long as there are different individuals, and I think that the human experience is fairly fundamentally individual, right? Unlike the androids and the machines, we don't get to just network and share our thoughts immediately. People have different things they want, and as a result, there will be different things that people try for, and those will occasionally come into conflict. Now, that's not necessarily always going to result in war or necessarily bad things. I think conflict is a good thing in the sense of it means that we are individuals, and we get to see a lot more different aspects of human experience. I think it is a good thing that we aren't all psychically linked and just magically aware of what the other wants and needs. I think we can do a darn sight better at managing that, but I think that is a fundamentally good thing and a driver of a lot. Now, I've got a friend who I remember talking to about this, who had a very different perspective, and I think was kind of frustrated with the idea that I would say that conflict is even perhaps a good or desirable thing. And I can't completely disagree with them. And I really like, they've got I think it's a piece of jewelry that has a phrase that sort of encapsulates their view, or what I understand their view to be. And I really enjoy what it says. It says, "We rise by lifting others." Yes, we retrieve. Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Phew. Yeah, let's maybe get out of here. Level up more before we return. So I really agree with that, because I think there's a strong tendency for people to like glorify conflict, right? It's, you know, I've heard the concept of like, you know, such and such thing make, oh, we don't get to go back. Oh, great. So this is a death trap for our equipment. Hate that. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do our best then. I think there's a tendency to glorify struggle and strife as I suspect sort of a way of coping with the fact that it exists, right? I don't think there are many people that genuinely think, oh, yo, yay, I love struggle and strife. This is great. But we do enjoy it in like small amounts, I suppose, like playing Jump King or Marsh, right? Trying to do things that are an active challenge to us. Okay, we want to stay away from the big guy, at least to start with. Oh, here's another layer of cave. Interesting. Oh, is that someone else's body, or... Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I think the idea of, oh, you know, war and all of these things, though, you know, those are great, they build character, right? I'm not a huge fan of that. Ooh. But I think that as long as it is conflict in the way I defined it earlier, of people will have differences and different wants, and when those are different, those come into conflict, and we need to work to resolve those. I think that is good and healthy, and I think that has resulted in a lot of really cool things that humans have done. It has also resulted, however, in a lot of poor things if we are not trying to raise each other up, if we are not trying to consider, if we're not being considerate of others, it does not, I think, end well. That's where you get war and such. So yeah, I don't know. I think so long as we aren't all literally the same, I think conflict will exist, and so therefore I don't think it would be a good. Oh God, wait, do we not have auto healing? What? I thought it said that we would restore our stuff. There we go. Okay, that was spooky and could have gone very poorly. Yeah. So I think Adam was looking at the wrong aspects of what it was to be human. I think he was looking at the sort of the violent and the. I think he was looking at it about power and conflict. Whereas I think what's really awesome about humanity, what does make us very human, is that we do have these conflicts, but we continue to try and find ways to overcome them. One of the things I love, CGP Grey has a fantastic video, I think he calls it The Fable of the Dragon Tyrant, but it's a parable where a dragon is being used as an analog for death, and it's this idea of people romanticizing death as an important part of life, much like Adam does, right? And using that as sort of a way of coping and justifying with the fact that we do die, and, you know, likening it to a dragon. And since, oh, warped wire, oh my god, we can upgrade the spear if we make it out of here alive. But likening it to, basically any sort of thought to be incurable disease, but we've got a pretty amazing history of curing the incurable. And so I believe he uses it as a way of sort of likening to viewing death as inevitable. While I do think there are going to be some physical constraints on us, we should be absolutely amazed by the things that humanity has engineered themselves out of. So I like seeing I think that is a conflict. There we go. Humanity is PvE versus PvP. I think PvE conflict is a lot of what that I think is unavoidable, and I think that's part of what keeps us on our toes and gives us something to do, right? Whereas I think the PvP, I think I keep trying to summarize it, and I'm not sure there is a summary. I don't think it is bad when human ideals come into conflict. I think it's bad when we're viewing it as a competition. Or even competition isn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very sticky thing, which I like that this game shows us a lot of very sticky things about ourselves. Because it's like I don't think competition is a bad thing. I am not a super competitive person, but I think that has brought about some very neat things where people have gotten very engaged in being competitive. You can even be competitive with yourself, which is more of what I've been trying to do recently, so that it's still motivational, but I'm not comparing myself to others and feeling bad about it, right? Okay. Oh, no. So, this is what we need to get close enough to hit him, but he really hurts. A double laser, yeah, because we need physical melee attacks as opposed to unphysical. I guess that was kind of inane. Okay, we also need to be careful to not let him corner us. Okay, we got some of the armor off. Crap. Ugh. 2 hits. And we can't teleport back out? Maybe we can just try and run by them all? That's, it's a sucky loop, and at some point I need to stop giving in to probably the sunk cost fallacy, but... Can I... Okay, I can upgrade the spear now. Because I got more warped wire. Okay. That's good. And then we'll need... memory alloy. Holy blessing. What? I don't know what memory alloy is, but we will keep an eye out for it, I guess. Then we can already upgrade that. Okay. Holy, so both of them can get the holy blessing. Interesting. Okay, but that's... Now at level 3, that's as far as we can take it here, but there are craftsmen in the world who can raise it to level 4. If I ever met someone like that, I'd want them to teach me all they knew. Come again. Okay. So, neat. So we need the memory alloy, and we need to find someone powerful enough to do it. But that's cool. That's nice. That should hopefully be a pretty good boost. So I guess we can give it one more shot earnestly. Boom, boom. Plug in chips. Set type C. Equip. Automatic. Yep. Balance focus. Okay. So we've got something. Alrighty. But yeah, oh no, so that's, I suppose, a little annoying to not really have, like, a resolution to that, but I disagree with death being necessary for life. I think it is something that is just likely... It is likely something that we will not be able to overcome every engineering problem with it, but I suspect that we can overcome quite a few. As for the importance of conflict, I guess it's similar. I think conflict is inevitable so long as there are more than two different people, or more than one different people. And I think that's good. I think that diversity of thought and experience is fantastic. I do not think I would want to live in a world where there was none of that. But it is also something where you need to be careful to not leave it as such a blanket thing. Conflict is not inherently... there we go. Just like humanity, conflict is not inherently good or bad. It is something that exists, and there are better and worse ways of handling it. Okay. So yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can recover our buddy. Now we don't really... Oh crap. Yeah, no, wait, we don't have auto healing. No, we should probably mostly run. Oh wait, no, we do have auto heal. It's just a different auto heal. Okay. Okay. Then we can make this work. We just need to be... We don't have auto use item. I think I maybe should have waited to post that one digital painting until I was live so I could have seen my reaction. Oh, hey! Also, yes, welcome in. Whoop. Sorry, I'm... If I die, bad things happen, so give me a moment, I'm a little... if I remember correctly, I think it's... you posted some stuff that I think I did, yeah, send the Discord message to, and it was the... more of the redoing textures. There we go. Okay. Broke the shield. Whoop! No. Use the recoveries. No. God, I've gotten spoiled by the auto recovery, I think. Oh, God. Oh, wait, no, that did use a small recovery, so... interesting. I don't know what my current loadout is. There we go. Okay. Hello! So, was that correct that it's the, we're talking about the ones where, you were saying that, oh, you know, I'm replacing the ones that were made by AI for the stuff you were doing? Oh. Okay, let's look at this. Yes, the red face. Yes, right. Thank you. I was like, what was the actual image? Because I kept thinking of the intestines, which I knew wasn't it. No, right, the spooky little red face. Yeah. Man certainly is something. He is not someone that I would want to see appear at the foot of my bed, that's for sure. Oh wait, resilience is a... Oh, interesting, okay. Auto heal. Damage absorption, okay. So yes, that might have been better if you wanted to see exactly how spooked I was, but believe me, it was spoopy. I was sufficiently spooked. But yeah, how is it going? Anyway, you've replaced all of the paintings. Nice. That is how many paintings in total? Oh, 35 total. Have done them all within 24 hours. Hot damn. That is a lot. I'm impressed. Very industrious. So, congratulations on that. That is super awesome. I'm glad that you've gotten through that. Was there anything that was a particular impetus for, oh, I want to replace these, or was that just a, you know, I should. Okay. There we go. And fate obtained. Huzzah! Now the crab robot, scary. These guys give a lot of chips, so I guess we just like auto farm chips later on. Which I can't say is the worst. I feel like the project was a little too personal not to use original art for as much of it as possible, but I think that's reasonable. If it's something that, yeah, you really care about and is sort of a reflection of you, making sure that the art does too, especially if you're someone who does such good art, makes good sense. Not anti-AI or anything. Me, who is somewhat anti-AI, yes. Playing the game about sentient AI. No, gotcha. No, I think that's reasonable of that it is something that is important to you, so making the art something that you have actually labored for and toiled on. So that is a fully you art piece. Awesome. That's I need to do more art. I need to do more of a lot of things. And probably not spend 5 hours trying to make a trivia bot that people did not ask for nor seem to care about, but I've learned a lot more about what the streamer bot functionality is and how it handles the C# coding, so, you know, nothing entirely lost. Okay, so our body is down there somewhere. That's on the map. Boop, boop, boop. Highlighted. Oh, is it in the cave? Oh dear. No, yeah, it's more over here. There we go. Okay, retrieve. Restore the previous plugins. So now even if we die... let me dodge! Even if we die... Wait, can we re-equip that one, please? Because it had a lot better healing. Yes, equip. Awesome. Okay. So we are back with same tools, but bigger and better weapons. Hopefully a little wiser, higher level. Oh, that man just jumped off the edge. Yeah, so I know that this game is not one that you pay much attention to, quote, but it has raised the very interesting questions today, further of, we fought a machine who was very adamant that the fundamental nature of humanity is conflict, which I was trying to sort of organize my thoughts on, because on the one hand, I think conflict is important, and on the other hand, I think it's often taken in ways that makes people go, oh, well, it is important, so I should be combative. But I think what I was finally sort of settling on was, oh, the hell are those? What I think I was finally starting to settle on somewhat was the idea that, just like I think, I've never really liked the idea that humanity is good or evil, because I think, or fundamentally, because I don't think that you really can be fundamentally one or the other. And I've sort of... No. Okay. Boy, are you tempted to redeem check Discord? Oh, okay. I did not realize that you were saying that you posted the rest of them. We can do that in a little bit. I will say the thing with the check Discord is that is a the only reason it's a redeem like that is because it's a responsibility thing, and you are generally generally responsible with it. Give me a moment to get through this. It's man, okay. Run away. We cannot make that many hits without bad things happening to us. Run, run, run. Okay, that did a little. Love to destroy the shield generator on the left arm, but not enough to put myself into death's way again. There we go. Yes. Run. Yeah, no, that's just more of a. Sometimes people say check Discord because I sent you a DM, and it's like that was something that was not actually that relevant to stream, but we will absolutely take a look. Oh, stripped screw. Okay, that seems not super useful for manufacturing, but yeah, let's take a look. We can do that. Oh, okay. Our gallery area has a lot more than 35 frames, though, so I may make more paintings in the future. That said, have the paintings repeat contributes to the intended atmosphere. Gotcha. It's never directly relevant to the stream, but it's still like, I don't know, it's still often like you have a conversation about it. You're not just like, hey, look at the meme I found funny. It's like, we were doing something else, and the meme might be funny if it was just sort of, on its own time, but we're not on that. Please no. We're at a good point in the stream. We were talking about the art a little bit. So that's I love the colors on these. The like desert one especially. I wish I could be there. Candle in the darkness. Okay. Ooh. Like natural stone tower. Oh, that's sort of unsettling because it looks constructed, but also not like something that people would construct. The colors are very, I love the color choices on this. The blues in particular are very, very pleasant to me. That one's neat. This one actually kind of gives me vibes of like something that we saw in Outer Wilds. Spooky face, yes. Oh, huh. Is that so? That's upside down mountains, but also sort of like that's a visually strange one. Figures in the mist. That's unsettling as well. Okay. This feels like something I would see in an office. Okay. Yeah, these are like more. These are things that I would see people buying at art shows, I guess, and hanging up. Okay. Same there. That one, like, I could see in an office. I could see in an office. I could see in an office, but be a little weirded out. I'd be somewhat concerned by the office. Oh, and so these are like, no, I guess the lines are slightly different, but they're sort of like inverted patterns to it. Okay. Legs or trees, maybe? Feels like I'm looking at old, like Macintosh screensavers. Oh, the grid being not fully even is intriguing. Looks like I'm looking down a spooky doorway, or hallway, I suppose. Interesting, feels visually similar and familiar. That one that one almost feels like a kid would paint something like that, and you'd ask about it and you go, oh, this kid should probably see a therapist. Um, More sort of geometric stuff, but with like little figure motifs. Funky hand. This so okay, so we're into the squiggly creature era. Although these you could almost see as like the hands or as trees, which is a very sort of interesting thing. This is like aliens invading sort of vibes. NieR Arts, this one is not NieR. We're taking a brief little break. Also, welcome in Guisao123. This is art that was made by Quote Pilgrim in chat, and we're just taking a brief little break and taking a look at it. This is for a game, or sorry, I have lost track. Is this Doom mod or a game that you're making? But we'll be done with that. And we're doing a little bit of farming. I've gotten myself trapped in an area I probably shouldn't be. Low res paintings for Doom engine game. Okay, gotcha. Spooky handprint. Okay. Angle. This would be like weird alien architecture I could kind of see. Top of a pyramid. Tree with very vibrant apple that has not fallen far from it. Kind of looks like weird if someone heard about power lines but had never seen them before. This one is just pretty. I enjoy. The like face texture there, unsettling certainly. Could see that in an office. Could see that on like I could see that on like a 50s sci-fi cover. Same with that. Interesting. So I can see I suspect that you're going for a more sort of like somewhat unsettling vibe, which may or I some of them seem unsettling, and given that it's Doom engine and my knowledge of Doom, somewhat unsettling would make sense. What the hell is this? So I think you're doing a very good job at achieving the vibes I'm assuming you're going for. Which, especially for doing that in 24 hours, very impressive. But yeah, so Guisao, I'll catch you up on where I'm at and how stuff with NieR. So, this is my first, with an asterisk, time playing NieR. Oh dear God. On recommendation from a friend who went, you will play this game because it is exactly up your alley. It asks all of those stupid questions that you keep asking me that I don't want to have conversations with you about. So, going through it, we have just defeated Adam, permanently, or at least in theory permanently. He said he was off the network. And then, we are supposed to learn more about machines, which we can go talk to Pascal about. But I had already gotten myself trapped in this little cave network when I was trying to figure out where Nines was. And lost my chips, and I developed a vendetta. This is like my 4th time trying to get through here to recover my chips. Unfortunately, it does not allow you to go back out the door that you came in, so I'm still kind of really struggling with it. I just want to get my chips and get out, but it does not want me to. I do not like these weird, more like dog bots. Please. Okay. If we can get one of them down, it gives us a... There we go. Nope, not quite. It will give us like a moment's reprieve. Because there we go. Because previously they were like alternating those, which was horrific. But we got there. I think they were calling them dinosaur bots, or at least they look similar with the tails. Huh. Stressful. Yeah, so... Memory alloy. Oh hey, the thing that we just found out we needed for upgrading our weapons even further. So that's kind of neat. We'll need to find someone capable of doing it, but hell yeah. So I'm guessing I've stumbled upon what's meant to be like a high-level loot room. That you can't just back out of. That's a little unfortunate. Because I don't think I can, like, transport or quick save, right? Yeah. This one over here. City ruins near factory. Yeah, so I can't go up. So I guess my only way out is through. There we go. So continue descending, and just be better about it, hopefully. I'm not going to... Okay, so they are automatically hostile. Okay. I didn't want to assume, but these are kill on sight. I'm afraid of what's at the bottom of the pit. Ooh. Okay. We've got him cornered, which is lovely. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So, water does frequently seem to kill us if we're in it. So let's, yeah, avoid that. So, spooky illuminated pool. Why is pool illuminated? Don't know. Hopefully there's a way out down here. Oh, great, more enemies. Okay, is there a way out the other direction? Maybe, please? A lot of the paintings were actually inspired by the AI generated ones you had. The last two are almost carbon copies of the corresponding AI ones. Oh, interesting. Well, that's... From what I've seen, AI is sort of a way to prompt us. I think seems quite cool, but whoop. I know you're saying that you aren't anti-AI. I still struggle a little bit with just fully generated art by AI, but as the members of an improv audience, I guess it makes a lot of sense to me. It sounds like that's sort of how it ended up for you. That's a lot of titanium alloy, but we don't need as much anymore. I used to complain about it, but now we've got plenty. So we do have to fight our way out further, it looks like, which could go very wrong. But I guess that's our option. So this is something that we were already full on. Nope. I just hadn't gone and grabbed it. I would love to lure some of them. Yep, but not all of them. Oh, crap. Okay, everyone's alerted. Just send the little infantry guys over to me, and then... Oh, they can't... Oh, God, so it's like... It's a fighting pit. Just about. Oh, God, okay. Well... If that's our only way out... I don't suppose we can run through. Ah! Oh, door. Okay. In elevator. Oh! There we go. Someone who's full on anti-copyright, most of the arguments people use against AI sound silly to you? Fair enough. That I did forget that was a fairly big thing for you. It's just like, do whatever with it, right? Okay. So can we please return, please? Oh wait, could we? Oh my God, we could have. I was getting confused on which I have caused myself so much pain for nothing. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, if you're fundamentally against copyright, then yeah, of course it sounds silly. I think there's then still probably some debate to be had about, like, the value of art, which could be interesting, but at least for me, I do understand that part of why I feel squicky about AI art is because it is something where I think that art is something that people should be paid to produce, I think that there is a lot of the AI art is fundamentally based on other people's art directly, and the current version of how AI art tends to be produced, of basically the fuzzing and then reverse fuzzing, to me feels a lot more like blatantly taking things, as opposed to the generator and discriminator models, so that basically you're having, hey, Emil, we might try and buy from you. But rather than basically having the AI try making something and then see if it's close enough for something that's been trained on how to distinguish things. Like, that felt at least creative and like it was learning to produce techniques, whereas now it produces better results by basically taking people's art and then just learning how to replicate it. But it feels squicky to me that there are fairly large companies that are using it as training data without paying the artists for that, especially when you can sometimes get the exact same thing as was originally produced. So if someone is selling their art and then someone buys a copy of that and uses it to train, no bueno. It feels like a violation of sort of good practices in dealing with folks' art. But I still, very admittedly, have not found what I consider to be a satisfactory line or test for distinguishing what I would be comfortable with for it. So I'm don't throw bricks in glass houses and all of that, right? That's a capitalism issue, not an AI art issue. I think that even if it is something where if I am producing a piece of art and I do not wish for other people to pass it off as their own, I think that's perfectly reasonable. And in a similar regard, I have issues. Not even for the actual sale of it. If we truly remove money from it, the concept that people can take the art and a human training on it, if someone wants to try and redraw my art, go for it. And they say, hey, I tried redrawing this. AI, I suppose, is commonly understood by people who are aware of it to essentially be doing redrawing, so maybe you don't necessarily need to slap a disclaimer on it, and I guess art theft can happen even without AI, but it is one of those things where I suppose at the end of the day, I don't like it, and I can't tell you exactly why I don't. But it is something that makes me deeply uncomfortable, and I do not like how quickly it is moving forward, while I am still trying to figure out how I feel about it, which is not probably a amazing nor defensible position, but that is as best as I can probably give, having given it quite a bit of thought. And that is also influenced by the fact that a lot of my friends who are artists, who do not sell their art, are still fairly strongly uncomfortable with it, and so people who have a greater stake in it than I, a lot of the people that I know and respect those opinions on, feel very against it, so it is something where I think that probably contributes in part to my feelings on it. Man, those guys used to be a lot tougher. I'm so sorry. Moose are still tough, and I don't like killing them, but because they're just little guys, but I studied a bunch of Van Gogh paintings and learned to recreate that style. New paintings, is it that bad? Two, in what way is it different from training? No, and that is one of the roadblocks that I've come up against it, and why I fully accept that it is probably something that I am just uncomfortable with. I think scale and skill are one of those things. I think it is something where I am just personally biased somewhat against AI, as someone who still ultimately thinks that it is going to be something that we should treat as our child when I think it can feel things. But I probably have an irrational assumption of value assigned to human labor. And the scale with which it can be reproduced bothers me. Because for a human learning that skill, even a fairly proficient human, it is going to take, I think an insanely proficient human could learn to duplicate an art style in, let's argue, a week. AI can do it much faster than that, and on a scale with a whole bunch of different ones. I doubt that humans could keep that up for just about any art style. And that, I guess that degree of difference, the fact that there's not a human in the loop there, bothers me, when it's something like art. But even then, it doesn't bother me to have computers automate other tasks like math. It's not like that math has any less value because it was made by a computer or performed by a computer. So I suppose art has some unique quality to it, or at least I have the sensation that art has some sort of unique quality. What about the people who program the models? Well, certainly, but they can't tell you exactly what they're doing. The black box of AI is something. People have learned how to teach it, or to set it up to teach itself. But even then, like I get what's very interesting to me is in my gut, I do not have a problem. I do not have a fundamental problem with AI generated art. I really enjoyed. There was a video where someone had taken one of my favorite songs by Neutral Milk Hotel, and it was Holland 1945, and they made AI generated art for it using a I think it was Stable Diffusion, which my understanding of how that model works is that it was trained by, it produced a thing, and then there was a model that was trained to say, hey, is this close to something? And basically going back and forth until it was receiving a passing grade. I was okay with that because the actual input of other people's art was fairly minimal. It wasn't taking from that. It felt like it was actually generating something and creating something new. Whereas a lot of the modern one, it's literally you're taking art that was produced by other people. By the way, wrapping up, you're taking art that was produced by other people. You are basically making it more and more pixelated and having the AI learn how to try and recreate the original image, which produces much better results. Whoop. It produces much better results, but it feels much more, I mean, that is having it learn from people, I suppose. But it feels like in a very industrialized way that makes me uncomfortable. And the older models that were using the other technique produced what I would consider to be, it was styles that I had not seen before. It felt like something that was genuinely new, that was something unique, whereas a lot of the ones that are basically using the copying are a lot more homogenous, and I'm a lot more uncomfortable with the underpinnings of how they're being trained. Fundamentally, is there a difference between a model learning from art and learning to replicate it, and a human learning from art and learning to replicate it? The only difference is that one is human and that one is AI, which can affect things like scale and questions of, questions pertaining to labor and whatnot. But you're right. Fundamentally, it's still being trained off those things. Because even humans, the arguments about like, oh, well, you're taking art that you did not have rights to. Humans do that all the time, and we tend to not have as much of a problem if someone is recreating a piece that they don't necessarily have a license for, right? But even with all of that, I still cannot put my finger precisely on it. I feel squicky about the modern ones. So, it is something I continue to think about, but I am uncomfortable with it. I think it will help. I think it would help for me to have a deeper understanding of how the models are training, and speaking to some people working on building the models. But being able to train and generate art without someone in the loop for the feedback, or the original one also, or the older ones also didn't have people in the loop for feedback. It was not being trained on human labeled data. But I don't know. It is chugging on practicing copying other people's art without someone having to be there for it. And similar to, I have some issues with like ChatGPT being able to vomit up the exact text of like paywalled articles and whatnot. The fact that it can do the same thing with art, I have some issues with. At the same time, can you necessarily avoid it? Don't know. I certainly support all of the artists that are using the like basically AI baffling filters so that it's harder for AI to train on and get screwed up by trying to deal with their stuff. Although admittedly, I don't understand a lot about those filters because, again, my knowledge of how they're being trained is somewhat limited. But I'm playing NieR, as I've spoken about a number of times. I don't think there is something that is deeply fundamentally different between life that is organic and life that is artificial. 100% in favor of making paywalled stuff freely accessible. Understood. But I also think that it's important for newspapers to be able to have revenue, and I think their pay model sucks, but it's also something where I think the fact that we are so unwilling to pay for things is part of why a lot of essentially essential services are getting worse and worse. Now, take that out of taxes and whatnot, right? Make it government oriented. That's a whole other thing. That is a way of potentially dealing with it, but also people can vote against that tax wise. I don't know. It is something where I have issues with where it currently stands in position to the legal framework. I think, yeah, making more arguments about should we have things set up that way currently? Yeah, and that can enter into the conversation, but I guess something that fundamentally makes me uncomfortable is it is moving faster than we as a society are, I think, mature enough to handle. That might more than anything be it. Is I already feel like technology is beyond our capability to responsibly uh tackle it. And I think that we are putting out very interesting tools that are taking it to another level that we're still struggling to get around, deal with the concepts of computers and the internet when it comes to laws. I think that dealing with even for I've seen some legislation attempts with AI where they're like, oh, well, you need to be able to explain, like, if you use an AI model to make a hiring decision, you need to be able to explain the logic underpinning that decision. AI isn't there yet. It's a black box. We can't explain the logic. So is that a fair thing to try and legislate? Well, I think people deserve the ability to have an explanation, right? But by the same token, that would severely hamper the progress of artificial intelligence if that was a requirement in that field. I think it's an amazing thing to explore. It's also something that I'm not sure how to balance the interests of our current existing frameworks with innovation, and I think that is something that pretty much everywhere struggles with. In any case, while this is fascinating, I need to go do some old fashioned human learning and teaching people by hand. Artisanal, I suppose. Although, admittedly, I was looking into using ChatGPT as a tool for helping break down word problems so that basically generating extra practice sets. Solution to all these issues is to get rid of capitalism and replace it with what? I'm I am one of those people who will say capitalism sucks. I also haven't seen a lot of great examples of communism, socialism, or any other existing thing. I think all the systems suck in their actual implementation. But if we got a new foolproof one that we want to try, or we can get humans out of the loop, AI stinky tbh. The thing is, I think AI is great. The I think the recent boom in AI is middling because there's not been a lot of innovation in that. It's been a different packaging. Communism never actually happened. We don't yeah, that's a different conversation. I think communism has happened plenty of times. The problem with it is it will inevitably fail. Capitalism is also something that, like, the free market, to the best of my knowledge, there hasn't been a fully unrestrained system for it, right? We always have some sort of trade protectionism. So I mean, I will go double check that. I haven't looked at that as much as communism, in full honesty. But the problem is society big. It's hard to balance everyone's interests, I think. I think the fundamental problem is we too big. So just about anything that we try and jam into it, I think human nature inevitably is going to push it towards failure. Um, so I read the Communist Manifesto. I think it's great in principle in a lot of things, but I think that capitalism can also do a lot of those things if we can get humans on board with it. Um, so I guess for me, a lot of the systems that are proposed are not something that I view as a sell for society anymore. Um, I personally find it to be a somewhat disingenuous argument that communism has not ever actually happened. I think there have been plenty of revolutionary states that start out that way and very quickly devolve because that's anything that communism fundamentally requires someone to manage the power unless you are small enough that something truly anarchistic can work, but you need someone to be distributing the resources. And that means a concentration of power and wealth, which, even if the point is for it to be distributed, someone is going to still ultimately have control over that and going to have an undue amount of influence. But I mean, so social democracies and whatnot, we see a lot of the like Nordic countries can do some awesome stuff. But I think, as with a lot of things, my opinion more and more boils down to it it comes down to the people. You can try and make as many systems as you want. People will break the rules. So trying to get the people on board, trying to get more mature people, trying to get the individuals in the society to be more respectful of each other. That is most of where I focus on stuff. And what is billionaires? Another concentration of wealth. I'm not saying that capitalism is better than communism. Far be it from me. All the systems suck. That's my point. I think that any system on paper can be amazing, and then you have it run into the real world. There's always going to be inequality in the system. Um, I mean, because even then, there's going to be people with different subjective views of value. How do you fully equally do things? Well, you can't do things exactly equally, so you allow for slop. There's slop in reality, but it's still going to result in ways that people can game the system, or people can outright ignore the system and lie about it. Um, you try and have enough checks and balances to slow things down, but eventually it hits a point where things get crappy enough that people feel that their lives would be better under something new. So they rise up, overthrow things, and reinstate something new that starts off hopefully better and then degrades slowly over time. Is at least what I have gotten out of history. Um, doesn't mean that's what will always happen, but I I spend a lot of time thinking about this. And I have not found anything that convinces me that any of the thoughts we've had so far just haven't been tried well enough yet. Um, I would love to continue this. Genuinely, this is a fascinating conversation. If you want to ping me with some further stuff, I can sort of respond, but I do need to get going, unfortunately. Thank you all for the stream. Obviously, we got some interesting things to talk about. We were able to do some fun times in March, even if not a whole lot of progress. I had a good time. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, as always. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. We'll probably be doing some Celeste and probably a bit more NieR. Um, don't know exactly what we're following that up with, but yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. But for now, I must bid you adieu. Bye-bye! Oh, the work was fun, but the wages low. Leave her, Johann, leave her. I guess it's time for us to go, and it's time for us to leave her.